Hello, I'm Joey Scheidbach, pastor at the Lighthouse and your brain masseur. Yoko, oh no, say it ain't so. John Lennon's widow has come out now of her closet recently and declared that she had an affair with Clinton. Not Billy, Hillary. Oh yeah. Many have speculated that Hillary Clinton has some gender confusion of her own. Hard to explain away. Yoko saying this, I don't suppose she's trying to support Trump, or maybe these days it's a plus for a presidential candidate to have had an affair with someone of the same sex. So what does that tell us about where we are today? And what does this add to what we already know about Hillary? Well, let's see now, the 70s, that's when Yoko and Hillary hooked up. Those were the Carter years, unless this was going on in the tail end of the Nixon years. He resigned in 1974. So maybe Hillary and Yoko were doing their thing under the covers involving lying and unethical behavior, at least as we understood it then. She was also being fired for lying and unethical behavior, in this case committing fraud on the Judicial Committee where she served, pursuing the impeachment of Nixon. Why did she lie and commit fraud in order to get Nixon impeached? Well, Hillary was a member of the Camelot team. Now, that's what I call that group that labored together, those political operatives that got together to do everything they had to do to preserve and protect the legacy of JFK. They spearheaded the Watergate scandal impeachment effort against Nixon, and they were afraid that if Nixon got legal counsel, well then E. Howard Hunt, who was the mastermind of the Watergate break-in, would be cross-examined by Nixon's representation. And it happens that Mr. Hunt knew things about the JFK administration that would, in fact, make the Watergate scandal look something like a kindergarten playground squabble over girls chasing boys around monkey bars. So Hillary and her cohorts decided to argue that the president had no right to legal counsel in an impeachment hearing. She wrote a fraudulent legal brief claiming that Nixon had no right to counsel and contrived to hide documents. That's been going on a long time with this girl. Contrived to hide the documents that would serve as evidence contradicting her claim that Nixon had no right to counsel. She got caught and she got fired. So, in brief, Hillary began her career getting into Yoko's briefs and creating fraudulent briefs and proceeded to join her husband, aiding and abetting him getting into anyway. One of the most corrupt administrations in the history of America, and she wants your vote. Hosea 8 verse 4 says, "They set up kings, but not by me." God gave us the privilege to appoint our rulers. That's, I think, among those inalienable rights our Declaration of Independence talks about, when it says we are endowed by our Creator with certain inalienable rights. And yet we can abuse that right. And Deuteronomy chapter 17, 15 to 17 outlines the criteria we're to use when we're appointing rulers. And Hillary simply doesn't qualify.